whose name of the various counties that constitute Nyanza region have been referred as a very specific region which may look not like Kenyans. And we as religious leaders, church leaders, we have a special press release which we want one of us, the Right Reverend Professor David Kodia, to come and read our mind. Professor Kodia, please come.
Ladies and gentlemen, we had earlier issued the same press statement as church leaders, but since now we are gathered here as a combined force of leaders from this region, it is still in order for me to make the same. First of all, in our earlier statement, which I'm going to embark on again, we touched on certain fundamental issues. One, regarding the proposed or whatever election which is to come tomorrow. And secondly, on police brutality against our people. We as church leaders from this region, we take into consideration the fact that election was held yesterday and the country was divided. One side of the country went to the polls and they voiced their interest through the poll. Another part of the country chose to stand against the voting. Now, what we say is that all these views or all the decisions which were made by the people of Kenya, they must be respected. For those who voted, let us respect their democratic views. And those who chose not to vote, let us respect their conscience. And we have to congratulate them in as much as we also congratulate those who did not vote. So regarding tomorrow's announced election, which was initially meant only for Nyanza, we had a deep reflection and analysis of the prevailing situation in our country. And what we came to realize is that this decision is tantamount to the following. One, it is not acceptable whatsoever for it borders on subjecting our region to a further state of chaos and police brutality to a level that is not commensurate to the primary objective of the entire electoral process. For Mr. Chibukati to say that he has requested Mr. Boynet, the Inspector General of Police, to assist and ensure that voting takes place tomorrow in Siaya, Kisumu, Homa Bay, and Migori, that is tantamount to licensing the state massacre in the areas aforementioned, because the only language Boynet seems to understand or speak is the language of guns and bullets. And we bind this spirit of bloodshed in the name of God. The people of Nyanza, just like their counterparts in other parts of the country, which are perceived to be opposition zones, have chosen their political direction in a clear and open manner that must be respected and protected. Profiling this region had been institutionalized for a very long time, since the history of this country. And we cannot sit back and watch and applaud and only condemn without raising alarm and vehement objection to it. Let the will of the people of this region be respected. Our appeal is that let every presidential candidate be contented with whatever little votes they are bound to get out of this exercise. Now, regarding the brutality of police, this has been said over and over again. We spoke about it when people in Bondo were killed. We spoke about it during the August election, general election, and we are still speaking about it. But it appears that those who are wielding power, they are determined to go on a killing spree. We want to say categorically as church leaders, we don't condone violence, and will never condone it in any other way. But every individual, every single human being has a right to self-defense. And a time may come when our people will have to defend themselves in whichever way possible. I think we also have the means, just like they have the means. But let us explore the path of peace and reconciliation. We want to say this, that the murders that had been taking place in Kisumu must be condemned by any sane leader, irrespective of the zones of comfort they come from, including our fellow church leaders from other regions. Our pain inflicted in the people of Nyanza is equally as bad as pain inflicted anywhere within the country. And we want our colleagues from other regions to stand with us in this and condemn these heinous acts. The protesters are Kenyans, and irrespective of their social status, their lives matter, and is no less important than the life of the children of those who are in power. Life of a street rioter in Kisumu is as important as the life of the son of Dr. Matiang'i or even Uhuru Kenyatta. With due respect, we asked President Uhuru Kenyatta, so long as he's still in power, to respect human life, to respect the sanctity of his own faith, to respect the fact that he called for a national prayer. Prayer was for what? I thought prayer was to do the will of God. So Mr. Boynet and his commanders must respect the rule of law. The rule of law is not only applicable to those who are rioting, but is equally applicable to the police who are wielding the guns. Please, our security forces, our appeal to you is very simple. You are our brothers. You are our sisters. You are our sons and daughters. Respect the life of your colleagues. Don't be thirsty to shed blood. It does not pay. It is criminal, it is immoral, it is sinful, and it is uncivilized. So we ask Matiang'i, Dr. Matiang'i, the acting CS Secretary for Interior, to withdraw the large contingent of paramilitary personnel from Nyanza region totally. And in this case, we are also asking the chairman of the commission for IBC, Mr. Wafula Chebukati, to come forward and take back his ballot boxes to where they belong. The Nyanza region, just like many other parts of the country, especially even from Western Kenya, they have spoken. It's like forcing them into a marriage that does not exist. When you are seducing a lady and the lady says no, respect that. The ladies in this region, they have said no to seduction. So I hope they should be able to respect. So may God bless you as we pursue a common goal, a common pursuit for justice and stability in our region. God bless you. God bless you.
Thank you very much, Lord Bishop.